Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, 𝓭𝓸𝓷'𝓽, and today guys, as you saw, I'm gonna be bedazzling this super adorable tiny bottle, guys. So I went to a mall and I was shopping around and I came across this bottle, guys. I thought it was the most adorable thing ever. Obviously my first instinct was to bedazzle it, guys. So this is the Hydro Flask limited edition micro hydro 6.7 ounce, guys. This bottle is tiny, so I guess these came out last year. I did not know anything about it. Obviously I'm not good with trends, guys, but oh my god, this is so adorable. I was thinking like even using it as a charm. Am I crazy? I don't know what you could use this bottle for, guys. It's literally for like a shot of water. I mean, it's not that big, guys. It is a tiny bottle, but it's so stinking cute and I want to bedazzle it, guys. So I'm gonna walk you step by step. This is a beginner friendly tutorial, guys. Let's begin because this bottle is gonna look super cute. So I'm gonna begin with prepping, guys. So I have my napkins right here. I'm gonna place them on the table because I do have to prep the cup. So I have my napkins and I'm gonna file down the bottle, guys. So I have my nail file right here and I'm just gonna file down this top layer of the bottle just so my rhinestones can attach better to the bottle and I have everlasting results. So I'm just going around the whole bottle. You basically just want to take off that like shiny coat, that finish coat that the bottle has all around, because I am going to bedazzle the whole bottle. I'm not doing the lid, at least I'm not thinking about doing it so far. I don't think so. I just want the bottle. And this is why you need your napkins, because all that dust is going to be everywhere, just to keep your area more clean, you know. And I am gonna remove the lid because I need to file this area down and it's in the way. I'm gonna use my little buffer to file down this area because it does bend. I like to use this a lot when I'm working on areas that are very tight to get through with the file. Okay guys, so I have done the whole bottle. As you can see, it gets very messy. Now with some clean napkins, I'm gonna clean off the bottle, guys, removing all that dust. And don't worry about the bottle. I mean, you have to wash it regardless before you use it, you know what I mean? So want to make sure you remove all that dust, guys. Repeat as needed. So this is how it looks. I'm gonna put it to the side and I'm gonna clean up my mess real quick and I'll be back. Okay guys, so now for some materials. I am starting off with Bob Smith 30-minute slow cure epoxy. This is the adhesive I'm going to be using. I have some sticky notes where I'm going to be putting my epoxy to mix it, as well as some toothpicks that I'm going to be using to mix the epoxy. I have my pickup tool and I am going to be starting off with some crystal clear rhinestones, guys. These are in the size SS12. This is the main size I'm going to be using to bedazzle the cup, guys. I say size because I am going to be using a different color. This is just what I'm starting off with. Remember, as I go, I keep showing you guys different materials, and remember, all materials are always linked down below in the description, as well as any links I may have. So guys, like I told you, I am going to be using Bob Smith 30-minute slow cure epoxy. This is my favorite to use when it comes to bedazzling cups, bottles, stuff like this. Certain cups, because it does not apply to all cups, but guys, this is like the best you can find for, especially for metal bottles. Okay, that's what I'm using today. You guys know I love my liquid fusion, guys, but when it comes to bottles like this, I need some epoxy. This is what's gonna give me the best results, the long-lasting results. So here I eyeball it, guys. I know this is probably not the best way to do it. I just eyeball it, guys. So it has to be half and half of part A and part B, but I just eyeball it, guys. I look at it, push it out kind of the same way, and then like that. Just eyeballing, guys. If you want to measure it out, get yourself like measuring little cups and then mix it together. But I just do it like this, guys. It's easier for me, especially because I'm working by smaller sections. You know, I'm not mixing a lot. I'm not doing a huge project. I like to work by sections, as you guys see me if you are a regular watcher. I like to work by sections, so I don't need a lot. So I'm mixing this together, making that epoxy, because I'm gonna start off at the top of the cup, guys. So I'm gonna mix this very, very well together. And again, this is a 30-minute slow cure epoxy, so it gives me 30 minutes to work with, guys. This is already curing as I am mixing, so I need to work kind of fast, you know. Okay, so I have my epoxy, just a bit to start off. I have my rhinestones, guys. Like I said, I am starting off with the Crystal SS12, guys. I also have another rhinestone. This is gonna be my rhinestone I'm going to be using for the majority of the cup, guys. Sorry about the birds, they're like super happy, guys. All that chirping always in my videos. So these I'm just using for this first row, guys. As you can see, it is silver, the chromey area, and then once I get to the pink area, I'm going to start using this, okay? And I am doing a honeycomb method, guys. So first, this is a smaller cup, guys, so I'm actually going to be able to go all the way around and apply those rhinestones. The thing with epoxy, guys, is that you got to move fast and you got to be checking your work constantly, because this epoxy is fresh. Those rhinestones are going to be moving, guys, so you have to constantly be checking it. As you can see, I'm using my toothpick to apply it. I'm spreading it across my area. You want it to be a thin, nice layer, guys. Like I said, I will have enough time, at least for me, because I have been doing this for a while, to go all the way around. If you are just starting off, I would say start off with the silver area only, so you have enough time to work with it, guys. So I'm just spreading that epoxy all the way around. You don't want it to be dripping, guys. You want a nice thin layer, because then it's gonna spread, and it's like water, guys. It's just gonna spread. So be very careful when you are working with epoxy, guys. So I'm doing this top section of the cup, guys. Okay, so I did that, guys. Again, guys, 30 minutes. I have to move fast. So I'm doing this first line, and I'm just gonna start applying my rhinestones, guys. Remember, they move, so you have to be going back. I feel like this is the hardest section when you're doing your first one, because you have nothing to basically lean it off. So they're just like gonna be kind of floating around, guys, until it starts drying. So why not everybody likes to do epoxy. If you want to use liquid fusion, you can do that too. Whatever works for you. I just like it to last me. You know what I mean? So I'm going all the way around, guys. I'm trying to make sure it is as straight as possible. And if I really wanted to, I would do the whole section. I'm just trying to show you guys what you would be doing first, which would be your first row. Okay, guys, so I am done going all the way around. So like I said, you're gonna have to double check it, because you guys can see them slipping a little bit. That's the thing with epoxy, guys. You have to be checking them constantly so they stay in place. Like I said, this is mostly when it comes to your first row, guys, because this is gonna kind of work as your guide. You know, once you start having this row, the rest can kind of lean on it. So now that I have this one, I'm gonna go ahead and start using my other rhinestones. This beautiful shade of pink, guys. It's like an AB tone. I don't know the exact name. I'll add it right here. But guys, like I said, I am going in a honeycomb method. So now I'm going to add the rhinestone right in between the previous line, like that. Can you guys see that? So I'm working off the previous line. Look at that. It's a honeycomb pattern, because it's like a honeycomb, like a bee's honeycomb. So that's my first row, guys. I'm gonna start adding the second row. If you feel comfortable doing that, you can go ahead and do that as well. And I'm just gonna do that the whole way around, guys. And if you guys notice, I am working sideways. Just makes it easier to apply. Okay guys, so right here you guys see me finishing up my top section. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and double check everything, make sure everything is exactly where I want it to be. It's looking nice and straight. Like I said, since there is no like base or nothing to stop it, you wanna make it as straight as possible. Okay, so now that I'm done doing these first rows, guys, I'm gonna move on to the edge where it's kind of curving for the rest of the bottle, guys. So I made a fresh batch of epoxy, guys. Every time I do a section, I do fresh epoxy, guys. So that's why I like sticky notes, because I can just remove it and make a new batch. And with the clean toothpick as well. So I'm just applying it to this curved area. Remember, thin layers. And again, like I said, I am going all the way around. This is a pretty small bottle, so I have time to do the whole thing. So now that I did that, I'm gonna go in with my rhinestones. And I'm still doing the honeycomb pattern based off the previous line, the last line that I did. It is gonna be a bit different because, as you can see, the cup is stretching, so the spacing is as well. You guys will see right now. So I went all around. Okay guys, now so for my second row, I'm actually going to switch it up. I know I'm doing the honeycomb, but guys, it's expanding. Okay, the cup is getting larger. So what I'm gonna do here is basically start a new honeycomb. I'm just gonna put them close to each other. I'm not following the pattern, the previous pattern from the previous row. I'm starting a new one, and it's gonna basically blend in because the cup is getting larger, so nobody's really gonna see it. So I'm just putting my rhinestones close together all the way around, and I'm trying to keep my row as straight as possible as I'm doing that as well, all the way around. Remember to double check your work. Okay, so I blended that because I had a little gap that I did not want to fill in. So yeah guys, look at this. Now I'm gonna double check it. Remember I told you guys it was not gonna be a honeycomb based off the previous row. I am starting a new one because this is gonna go with the rest of the cup. As you guys can see, it's getting bigger. So yeah, I'm just gonna double check this row, make sure everything's where I want it to be. Okay guys, real quick, I want to show you guys something. So if you want to take a little break, I'm going to show you guys how to remove any excess glue that you guys may have, so it doesn't dry up on your cup, and then when you want to come back and bedazzle it, it's bothering you. So I got some alcohol, and I'm going to pour it on a Q-tip, a clean Q-tip, guys. You don't need it soaking, just damp, okay? And then you're just going to run it around the area where you have glue. And that's gonna remove any excess glue that you had there, but just be very careful and do this while it is still fresh, guys. Okay, this is pointless if you're doing it when the glue already dried. Do this when it's still fresh, and then you can go about your day, go cook, go do what you gotta do. Okay guys, so now that I am done doing this second row right at the curve, now I'm going to start doing my honeycomb again. But look at that, you can't really tell that you lost that honeycomb there because it curves, so it's not very like noticeable. That's the whole point of doing it now. And then, like I said, I'm gonna start doing my honeycomb. So I'm gonna, with my brand new fresh batch of epoxy, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. Enough maybe for like 2 or 3 rows, guys. I'm gonna end right here, right above the logo, because I'm gonna bedazzle that logo too. But I want to do these rows, guys. Remember, work by sections, only enough to do what you think you can do. Okay, now that you did the top already, you should kind of eyeball it and be able to know how much you can do in like 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the epoxy around this whole area. And remember guys, I already showed you guys how to clean it off as well if you need to, okay? Okay, so now that I'm done applying the epoxy around, I'm gonna start applying my rhinestones. Remember guys, you gotta work quickly. But now it is a bit easier because I have this line of rhinestones that are already dry for the rhinestones to kind of lean on, so they're not like kind of slipping everywhere. And you can even turn your bottle like this now so they can stay more in place. So now again, I'm going around with my honeycomb guys, basing it off the line I just did. And if you feel comfortable, you can do multiple rows at a time. Look at that beautiful honeycomb forming. Okay guys, so now that I am done and I have reached the logo right here guys, look how cute it's coming along. I already double checked it. Remember to double check because the epoxy is a bit runny. So you want to make sure your rhinestones are exactly where you want them to be. You guys see my honeycomb is coming together. Look at that. So cute. But like I said, I have reached the logo. And I do want to bedazzle it guys, so I'm gonna continue my rows of honeycomb, but I am gonna stop here. I'm gonna get as close as I can, finish this till I reach the end of the logo, and then I'm gonna go back and bedazzle the logo guys. So you guys are gonna see right now how I do it. Okay guys, so I made my fresh batch of epoxy and I'm gonna do a few more rows guys, about 3, because that seems to be a good amount for me to be able to apply my rhinestones without any issues. So I'm not gonna apply it super close. I'm gonna leave just a tiny gap so I can fill it in later. Because look, let me just do this tiny little area real quick. When I apply the rhinestones, like I said, I'm trying to get as close as I can, but still going off my honeycomb. So I'm going right in between the previous line with my rhinestones, like that. So as you can see, the 12 is not going to fit in that side, so I'm going to leave it empty. And I'm just going to go and continue my honeycomb. Again, the 12 is not going to fit there, so I'm just going to leave it empty guys. Look at that. Can you guys see how close I'm getting? That's how I'm going to leave it. You guys could see how close I'm getting. Close enough that it's obvious the 12 is not going to fit there. So right here I can get a little closer. I'm just doing this to show you guys, okay, how it's going to look. Still trying to keep my lines straight, okay. They're a little wiggly because they don't have much to fall back on because it's a very small area here, if that makes sense. Look at that. So you guys see. So guys, this is how it's looking so far. I got as close as I could, and I'm just going to continue with my honeycomb all the way around, okay? Okay guys, so I went all the way around. As you can see here, I just left the logo alone. Now I'm gonna do that guys. I do have a fresh batch of epoxy, just a bit guys, because I'm just gonna do this right here. And I added more rhinestones, so this is the same like AB pink tone, in a size 6 and 8 for fill-ins guys, because this is a very small area. The 12 is pretty much not gonna really fit. And then I have crystal rhinestones in a size 3 and 4. Remember, I'll have these linked for you in the description down below, okay? So this is what I'm going to be using to fill in this area. So I'm going to go in with my epoxy and just fill in this area, guys. Just this area where the logo is. I'm gonna spread it around. Okay, so I filled it in, and now I'm just going to fill it in with my rhinestones according to the area, guys. So for the small, like, little lines on top of the little, I guess we're gonna call it a little man. I don't know, it looks like a little person figure. For the top area, I am using the 3, and then for the body, I'm using the 4. So I'm just going to start filling it in row by row. So I did the top area. I'm gonna do the little, like, smile with the 3 as well. And then now for the body, I am going in with a 4 because it is a bigger area. Okay, so I am done filling in the little logo. I did end up adding 2 3s right here at the, like, hip area just so it could look more full, but everything else was a 4. And then remember, this top area is a 3. Okay, and it fits perfectly, guys. Look at that. So now back with my pink AB, I'm gonna fill in the areas, guys, where you see the gaps and everything. I like to start filling it in with the larger rhinestones first, and then work my way down. I think this is as good as it's gonna get. So you guys see there's a little bit of a gap here, but that's fine, guys. It's okay. Okay, so now that I am done doing the little logo, guys, I did take off this glue right here. I already showed you guys how to do that. Because I want to do this line together. So now that I am done, this is going to connect again. I'm going to continue my honeycomb. So I want to do it all together. Okay, so I made my fresh batch, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that. I'm going to put enough just for, like, around 2 rows. Okay, so I did that, and now I'm going to connect these both sides. I'm using a by 12 again. So you guys see how that's building off the last row. And then now I'm just going to connect it. And I'm gonna fill in this area. Okay, so I went to round. I did 2 rows, guys. So now that my epoxy is starting to settle down, I can double check this area, make sure the rhinestones are where I want them to be. Now I'm just going to continue with my honeycomb pattern, guys, filling it all the way down. I'm not gonna do anything here. I'm just gonna go right over it. I don't want that. I just want the little logo. I think that looks adorable. So yeah, guys, just honeycomb all the way down, working by sections. Remember to do fresh epoxy every single time. Do maybe like 2-3 rows at a time, whatever you feel comfortable with. Only small batches, guys. Don't go making a bunch of epoxy, guys. Just a little bit like that. That would be enough for like maybe 2-3 rows, and work your way down. Remember, always double check your work because the epoxy is a bit runny to begin with, and then it starts hardening with time, guys. Okay. Okay guys, so I am done. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna let it completely dry and then I'll be back to show you the final results. All right, it's looking super cute. Okay guys, so these are my final results. Look at this bottle, isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh guys, the AB tone is beautiful. I love it. I'm so happy I went with this rhinestone for this bottle, guys. Look at it, so beautiful. I love the honeycomb. Like I told you guys right here where I did start the honeycomb over, can you tell the difference? Can you see that I started over? No, because it blends in with the bottle getting larger, guys. It is so beautiful. The little logo right there, so cute, guys. I just love it. I'm gonna put the lid on. I still have to wash this bottle obviously before using it, but guys, I just want to show you guys how adorable it is. I love it. So happy with my results, guys. Like I said, I love using the epoxy for these type of bottles. It makes the results last for a super long time, guys. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a lovely comment down below. Now you know how to bedazzle your own mini micro bottle, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you already did, thank you so much. Stay tuned for more DIYs to come, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.